You go ahead, sir. Don't you worry about me. I'm on official YouTube business. You see, the reasons to have a drift ghost right here. I can stop this. Ooh, and I can start it back again. Ooh, yes I can. Very cool stuff. Alright. Oh man, let's go vlog in this totally random area. Oh, Holland, you cool down, girl. Don't you be getting all hot and bothered. Actually, you go ahead. You get hot and bothered. I'm gonna go around this dude because I can. Because I can. Because I can. Hello, everybody. Choice on 2 wheels here. I have a vlog topic for you today. So today's going to be one of those vlogs I do where you're sitting there and you look at your inbox day in and day out and you get the same message all the time. As a vlogger, you get a lot of the same questions, and I wanted to knock out one of those today so you guys can check this video out. And that is the proper riding age for a super sport motorcycle. So I want to do a video on this video is going to be covering the proper riding age, like when I feel a person, male or female, is properly ready, you know, age-wise, to handle a super sport motorcycle. 600 liter, 250, just be on 2 wheels. You know, this is opinion. This is just what I think, and I've been riding for about 3 years now, and I've had my fair share of really stupid experiences, and I am currently 25 years old, just to give you an age range of, you know, how old the person is that's talking about this topic. But I honestly think that anybody under the age of 18 should not touch a motorcycle, and not even close. Not on the road. You know, on off-road stuff, you know, dirt bikes and stuff like that, go at it. You power to you. And if you want to get yourself ready, you know, if you're 16, 17, if you want to get yourself ready for a sport bike on the road, then do that. Get a dirt bike and go ride, because then you can get used to clutch, the brakes, the position of everything, and that'll really, you know, get your mind and your body ready for it. But anyway, the age is 18. I really don't feel like until you're 18, you're not mature enough and you're ready. And I know there's a lot of people out there, maturity ranges, you know, there's some people that are a lot more mature than others. I get that. But when I say 18, it's a general number. You know, if you're really immature, age goes up. If you're really mature, the age can go down, you know. I consider myself a pretty mature person, and I started riding at 21, and or 21, I guess 21-ish, 22-ish, and I'm a really mature person. But you know, every now and then, even really mature people, you know, when you're given this whole thing, it takes 2 seconds, you know, and you're going from riding at 4.55K to, you know, to really getting on it. And if you're in the right rev range, you can get hurt really bad. And that's just the maturity aspect. The main point that I want to make that made me choose 18 as a ideal starting age, or the youngest starting age, is about knowledge of what's in front of you, you know, the road, and what people do on the road. When you're 16, you're just getting introduced to the road, driving with other people, you know, pedestrians depending on your town, traffic, and that's a lot for anybody to take in at one time. There's a lot of really tiny things, you know, like looking for cars, and you know, I don't need to think when I'm coming to a red light or when I'm coming to a yield. You know, I need to know exactly what I'm doing on the road before I try to take on a whole new area of knowledge, which is, you know, riding a motorcycle. I get the question a lot, you know, hey, I'm 16, I'm real mature, I want to get a sport bike, and I'm like, and I want to make sure everybody understands that I'm not saying, you know, if you start when you're 16, bad stuff's going to happen. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is it's all about lessening your chances of being put in a bad situation. With taking the first 2 years on the road in a vehicle, you know, a four-wheeled vehicle, you're learning everything about the road to where you're not learning new stuff. Or learning two new things at the same time. Learn to drive, learn the road, learn the things to watch for on the road, and then when you're about 18, you've got that down, you know, you've got the gist of everything, then take on the new learning experience of a sport bike or a motorcycle in general. Because at this point, when I'm riding, I don't have to think about the road, okay? Because I don't have to think about how to drive on the road. I don't have to think about how to drive my sport bike. So what that allows me to do is have the extra brain capacity to focus everything on my situation. You know what I mean? So right now, I am the most ready to deal with any situation I'm given on the road. Even that is not going to completely eliminate the chance of being put in a bad situation, but it's going to lessen my odds greatly. And that's what I'm making this video for, so you guys can understand, you know, I understand you're 16, you're 18, and you want to go ride. You are really itching to ride a motorcycle. But trust me, you know, biking ain't going to go nowhere. Those bikes are going to be in the same place when you're 18, when you're 19, when you're 21. So I know it's not what anybody wants to hear, but I'm just looking out for people's safety. You know, I don't want some 16-year-olds getting on a bike and riding around, and you know, and you get cut off by a car, which happens a lot on a bike. You know, it happened earlier in this video where I took a turn, a car just came out, and what am I supposed to do? You know, I know what to do because I know how to ride, and I know to expect stuff like that. But as a new rider, you don't. You know, and if a new rider was put in that situation, they could have panic braked and dropped the bike. So I'm doing this for y'all's good, regardless if you want to hear it or not. But just think about it, you know, before you make the decision to get a bike. Is, you know, how old are you? Are you ready to take on all that info? I honestly don't think a 16 or 17-year-old is able to do that. You know, like I said, I didn't start riding until I was 21, and I was very aware of the road. I had drove a lot, you know, so I had the road down. And then when I got on the bike, I took the bike really slow, and I learned the bike, and I am where I am today, alive and still riding. So I'm just trying to foster better riders for the future. And if this pisses people off, that's fine. You know, but if it saves one kid from getting a bike when he's 16, when he's not ready, and him waiting and learning the road on a car and then upgrading to a bike, you know, if that helps one guy, then the video worth it. You know what I mean? So I hope this helps some of you guys out that are wondering, you know, am I old enough to ride type thing. And like I said, this is my opinion. I don't know you personally, so I can't speak to you directly, you know. But this is just how I feel as a general course of, where is this up here? As a general course of action, that's how I feel. You guys just take that into consideration when you're getting a bike, and you know, it's those two cars right there is like my point exactly. That's the kind of stuff you need to look for on the road and know to look for on the road that people just don't. You know, especially when you're young and you haven't experienced it yet. And there's nothing wrong with not knowing it, you know? You're not supposed to know it. So let's get on 285. That'll get me somewhere. I've never got on this road at this point, so But at least you guys will get to hear the bike. I'm going to go before you guys can't hear me at all. I'll see you guys in the next video.